start recording before I even drink any water, and I'm like, why? Hello again, and welcome to another episode of How to Disciple Life, where we take practical applications from the Bible and apply it to our life as a disciple. I am your girl, Marisha. What is up? Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. I don't know where I was going with that. And on this episode, we are going to be talking about how to be in the world and not of the world. As you all know, I am in the well, maybe some of y'all don't know. Y'all might not know yet. So I am in the entertainment industry, and it gets called one of the darkest industries out there. But where it is dark, that is where light shines the brightest. It can be challenging because there are moments where I wonder, like, I don't want to come off as that weird Christian girl. Like, I want to be relatable. I'm cool. I'm funny. I'm hip. It's funny. I've actually been on set before and invited someone out to church, and they were like, they literally chuckled and said, "Oh, that's so funny. You're trying to save my soul." I was like, yeah, I mean, isn't that what we want? I was taken off guard, honestly, and mostly because my approach was wrong. I love how Paul talks about being all things to all men to win some, right? And that's the goal. And Paul followed Jesus in that exact same approach. Both men were not afraid to go to crazy places to bring the message of God. So how can you be in the world but not of the world? Practical number 1, put off your old self. Stay with me here. When you think about someone who's just gotten out of prison or out of the hospital, they don't keep that same outfit on and roam around the world. No, they go and they take off those clothes. You have to take off the old clothes of your old life. When I was in college for my undergrad, I would curse, lie, be in impure relationships. And when I went back to get my master's degree, I was actually kind of nervous. I had to make the decision that I was going to put off my old self and choose to do differently, choose to be different, because I was different. And you have to make the same exact choice. Make a decision that the way you conducted yourself in the past is not going to be the same way you conduct yourself now as a new creation. Even if the situation is the same, you are different. Just a heads up, you may get persecuted. In 2 Timothy 3:12, the Bible talks about if you want to live a godly life, you will be persecuted. Jesus was persecuted, right? So if we're following Jesus, we will be persecuted. It just comes with the territory of walking in step with what God called us to do. Practical number 2, be made new in your attitude. Being made new is like the shower that you take after a hard workout. Spiritually, we wash away the dirt of our old life and how we used to do things, and we lather up with God's word and His direction on how we should live our life. What's the new mindset that you're walking into these places with? What is your new calling when you talk to customers? You have to train yourself to have a God-like attitude. And ultimately, if you are a disciple, your now new purpose is to make more disciples, right? As it calls us to do in Matthew 28:18-20. So that's the mindset that you should go in when walking into these places, is showing your life, showing God's love through your actions. Practical number 3, put on new self. You see where we're going here? Take off, shower, put on. Did you get that? You got this? Cool. Glad you're with me. After you're done with all of those other steps, you're not going to walk around indecent. No, you have to put on your new self. And your new self, those clothes, is the armor of God. And you have the ability to be all things to all men and let your light shine if you allow God's word to do that. It's okay if people say you've changed. That means that God really is at the helm of your life and not you. I love the saying, wash, rinse, and repeat. And this should be your heart and your mindset when you go out in the world every single day. If you want to reach out to me and ask me some practicals on how to be in the world and not of it, please hit me up, because I have more practicals than just these 3. If you want to talk shop and ask me, like, how in the world are you in the entertainment industry and still following God, hit me up. I would love to get into some scriptures with you and just show you some of the scriptures that I live my life by. And as usual, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it. If you want, you can subscribe. You're watching these videos, come on down, subscribe. And I will see you next time on the next episode of How to